Hi everyone, welcome. It's Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, so it's time for Stamping with Denise. I'm so glad you're here tonight. Please, if you like my video and my project tonight, please share my video, comment, share down in the comments, and you'll be entered in a drawing for a chance to win the project I work on tonight. Last week I made this cute 3D standing box, I don't know what to call it, using the arched dies, I think that's what they're called. And this is going to Patricia Miller. I drew her name from those who shared. So Patricia, I will be seeing you shortly and I will get this to you then. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel, and once you do, click that little blue bell and you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video, which is at almost every Monday. Okay, I guess the big news in stamping world is late last week we had free shipping. Hope everybody had a chance to take advantage of that. And the biggest news coming up is that on May 6th we have a new annual catalog, yay. And so today I'm using a combination of products from the new catalog and from the new online exclusives that will be released that day. I'm going to tell you, it is hard to keep up with what's in the catalog and what is in an online exclusive, but we're going to keep working at it. So with that being said, I'm going to change the view down to my hands and we will get started. Okay, so today I am going to show you how to make this this card is so simple. It's easy to make, and I think it's gorgeous. I don't know why I don't do this more often. This is such a pretty technique. To start out, the stamps are from this stamp set. It's a freestanding stamp set. There's no dies that go with it. It's called Blooming Phrases. I like the font. I like the sentiments. I like the flowers. I like everything about this stamp set. And this is one you are going to want to have in your stash. So please, once you're able to, please get it. If you want me to place an order for you, let me know and I can do that too. And so the other, let's see, let me put this over here out of the way. The other thing we're focusing on are the new in colors. So this card contains all the new in colors. The cardstock is called Cloud Cover. This dark is called Secret Sea. It reads black, but it's really kind of a very dark navy. This yellow is Darling Ducklings. This orange color is Timid Tiger. If you know me, I'm not an orange person, but I like this shade of orange. This one I can deal with. And this reddish color is called Strawberry Slush, and it was a previous in color, I believe. It was during a time when I wasn't really active with Stampin' Up, so I don't remember it, but that's what I've heard. So the one thing, I may mention it last week, we do not have ink available for Cloud Cover. They had some quality issues with it. So rather than releasing and having to resend to everybody, they just decided not to release it. So for me, when doing this card, they made it easy that was going to be my card base, okay? Since I wasn't using it anywhere else in the card. Again, I used the Secret Sea as my mat. And for my sentiment, it reads kind of black. But like I said, it's a very dark navy blue. I really like that color. The other two colors that I have used in here that are not up and coming in colors are Granny Apple Green for the greenery. And let's see, Pretty in Pink for these small little flowers and for the ribbon. So, and the only other thing that we're using, well, the thing we're using that's new are these. They're called Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink Gems. The Strawberry Slush, Pretty in Pink, and then white with gold speckles. So on this one I put the clear or the white ones on there. So when I do the other card, I may put a different color. We'll see what I feel like. So we are going to get started right now. And I'm going to show you how simple this card is to make. Okay, so first of all, as I've said before, the base is Secret Cloud. It's 8.5 by 5.5. And we are folding that in half for our card base, okay? There we go. I'm going to set this off to the side. I'll just put it out of the camera. We don't need it. Our mat is out of Secret Sea, as I said, and it's 3 3/4 by 5. We'll come back to that. The white that we are going to be stamping on is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And then another product we are using that I haven't used for a while is called masking paper, okay? And that's how I was able to leave this blank space for stamping. So this piece for this card, the masking paper, is 1 1/4 by 3 1/4. Now I could stamp first and put the masking paper over it, or the way I'm going to do it, because the way I did it for this card is I put the masking paper down and stamped my flowers, and then when I was all done, I took it off and stamped my sentiment. Okay, I thought I'd cut this so that I had a break in it for peeling off the backing, but I don't. But okay, we're coming. So we've got a backing, and we've got a sticky side, and we have a flat side that you can stamp on. This is pretty strong. So depending on your project, you may want to release some of the stickiness, and that's what I did. The first time I did this was working up my example. I tore my paper, so the second time I did it, like you saw me put it on my hand. Hold on here. I'm going to try to get it kind of even here. There we go. Okay. Now we're good to go. Since I'm using photopolymer stamps, I'm going to stamp on my mat here. And we are going to pull out, I'm going to move this out of the way because we are going to be all lined up with colors. So we have Strawberry Slush. We have Timid Tiger. I have Darling Duckling. We need a stamp set with little ducks in it, don't we? Granny Apple Green. Again, that's one of our regular colors, core colors. That's a little bit of a big stamp. Okay. This is the Pretty in Pink. Normally I don't open up this many stamp sets at a time, but for this it works. And then the Secret Sea is going to be for my sentiment, but we don't need that yet. So it really doesn't make any difference where you start. I'm going to start with some of the greenery on a couple of these. I'm kind of looking at my sample, the one that I made, because I'll be honest, I played a little while to get things where I wanted them. And so I kind of want to mimic that so I don't have to reinvent the wheel, if you know what I mean. Okay, we start like that. Then I found starting with the bigger flowers was better. So I'm going to start with my Strawberry Slush. And I wanted to just barely overlap my masking paper. See that? I want it to do that because that will help define that edge that I want when I take my masking paper off. If that makes sense. Then we're going to go to the Timid Tiger. Okay, let's see. Let me do this. Do one of these down here. I think I'll do one right about there. Now we're going to Darling Duckling. Put it like that. Let's see, let's put this right here. You can always come back. Then I got these little tiny pink flowers. Okay, I think they'll look good right here. Put some right here. Let's see. I think I'll put one more here. I'm gonna come back here, put in another green, make it a little shorter, I think, so it's not exactly the same. Let's see. I could put a little bit right here. And let me see, can I get a pink flower in there? Probably so. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put another one right. No, you know what? I'm gonna use the yellow one. This is not turning out like my original, but that's okay. Okay, now I'm going to pull this off, see how I like it. Again, like I said, be careful pulling it off. I took some of the sticky off of it, but look at that. Oh, I like that. I think that looks nice. I'm happy with that. So give me a second here to get all of my stamp pads closed, and then we will proceed with the rest of the card. See, you just kind of have to play with it. And you've heard me say this before. Flowers are good for a project like this because you know what? There's really no right, there's no wrong. You see all sorts of things in nature. So, that's why I think this works out so well. Okay, so we're there. Now, you know, I could use this if I wanted to fill in somewhere and add some extra, I could. Like, I did it with that. I put the paper back on and kind of put a little extra. But you know what? I think I'm going to leave it just as it is. But you know what? Okay, I'll show you. I'll do it right here. Let me put just a little bit here. Let me get my Granny Apple Green back and show you how you can do that. I'm just going to put a couple of little, where's my, okay, here we go. I'm just going to put a couple right up there. There we are. Nice, nice. So there's a way to go back and kind of fill in if you have a sparse area or something you want to fix. Okay, now I am going to use my sentiment, Thinking of You. And I've got my Secret Sea ink. Like I said, you could put the sentiment down first and then put the paper over it. I just decided that this helps me center it because it gives me the box within to stamp my sentiment within. So, okay. So I hope you like all of these new in colors. I just wanted to do something to use them and show them off because I love them. Okay, so we're gonna put this on our base, our Secret Sea, which is very much our neutral on this card. And like I said, any items that are not currently available will be available on the 20th. No, what am I saying? The 20th. On May 6th. That's a little bit crooked. Let's see if I can get this off of here. See, I have a hard time seeing when my bait, what I'm working with is dark and my background is dark. Sometimes it's hard to see the edges. There we go. Okay, now I can see it. Now I can put this on here. I think this makes a really gorgeous card just like this. Sweet, simple. You could mass produce this pretty easily, I think. I'm going to leave this card without the ribbon. Now this one I put up on dimensionals so that I could wrap the ribbon around easier. This one I'm going to leave flat, okay? And I'm going to want you to tell me down in the comments which way you like it better. Do you like it with the ribbon or without the ribbon? Oh, and these ribbons for the continuing in colors, the 24 to 26, they're not in the catalog, but they're not on the last chance list. So it sounds like they're going to be staying around for at least a little while. We never know how long. So I am going to use some of these embellishments. Now, like I said, this is Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink, and I've used both colors. I think I'm going to use some of the Strawberry Slush, okay? Let's see here. Let's put one here. Here. Let's put it up here. Let's see. And you know what? I think I'm going to leave it. I think I'm going to leave it right now. I think that's good. And really, that's all there is to this card. And look at your stamp sets. See what you have. Which ones could you use to do something like this? I think it's just adorable. And who wouldn't want to get this bright, cheery card just to let someone know, hey, you're on my mind. Okay. If you need anything you've seen today, well, a lot of it's not going to be available till May 6th. But for the things that are, you can go to my website, denisewill.stampinup.net, and that you can shop right there. But tell me, please, which one do you like better? The one with the ribbon or the one without the ribbon? Which way would you make it? Okay, everybody, take care. I will see you next week at 8 p.m. Eastern for Stamping with Denise. Bye now.